So unless you've been living on a rock for the past year or so, chances are that you've heard of Chatgpt. And if you're like me, then you probably try to use it to help you for anything and everything, even if it makes no sense to do so. This gave me the idea to try and see if I could use it to help with TFT. It started with simple jokey questions like, how do I get people to stop contesting me, which happens all the time, to which it surprisingly gave some great advice, or why is my rank not as high as I know it should be, to which it gave me some cold hard truths that I really wasn't prepared to listen to. This all led to me seeing if I could get Chatgpt to give some champion suggestions whilst I'm actually playing a game, based on the current round, my level, and board state. The only problem was that Chatgpt has no knowledge of the world past 2021, so how could I get it to give me suggestions on this current year, let alone a game of TFT? Well, it turns out that Chatgpt has an advanced data analysis function, which allows you to upload files for it to review and analyze. So I decided to pull all of the TFT units into a spreadsheet, along with their origins, classes, trait breakpoints, and top 4 percentages. I then uploaded that to Chatgpt, along with a prompt of what I wanted to get from it, and it took a few hundred or so attempts and constant refining, but I finally got it to a place where it was reliably spitting out suggestions. So here is the final prompt I went with. If you have any other ideas on how we could use this, then let me know in the comments below. I've thought about trying item-based suggestions based on current components, but I'm keen to look at other ways it could be useful as well. So in this game, I'm going to show highlights asking Chatgpt for champion suggestions each time I level up, starting with the first PvP round. We've got Samira, Irelia, and Cassio on the board, and Chatgpt is correctly recognising the active origins and classes from the units, as well as the next breakpoint in each. I can see I'm one unit away from activating Invoker, Noxus, or Shurima, and the suggestions are all in order of the top 4 percentage, which makes it easier to see which units to look for in each trait. Now on to round 2-3, I'm level 4, and I've found a Neferi to activate Shurima, and a 2-star Jhin to replace Samira. So I'm updating Chatgpt to see what suggestions it comes up with, now that we're a higher level and have a few different units. You can see now we're level 4, it's starting to suggest 3 cost units rather than just 1 or 2 costs, as now we have a chance for them to appear in the shop. As we're the only one unit away from activating both Invoker and Ionia, and with Karma being both of those, we can look out for that to slot in at level 5. At level 5 we didn't manage to find a Karma, but I did manage to find a Set, which activates the Ionia trait. Similar to Karma in the last round of suggestions, I'm looking for any champions that appear twice, as it means they go towards activating more than one of my active traits. I can see picking up Darius would activate both Vanquisher and Juggernaut, so I'm going to be looking out for him in the shop as I level up to 6. Similarly to last time, we didn't manage to find the unit that we wanted, couldn't find Darius, but I did pick up an Ashe to activate Vanquisher, and I basically got gifted a 3-star Irelia without rolling, so there's a few different viable comps that we can go into. As we are level 6, the suggestions now include 4 costs, and with Ionia Vanquishers being so strong at the minute, you can see that a lot of the top 4 percentage of those units are really high. So once we hit 7, I'm going to roll down and look for those, but if we don't find them, then we can always fall back to challenges. Into the late game at level 7 now, and I got an Ionium emblem from the carousel, so my comp is pretty much locked in from here, but I still put in the board state to GPT to check it now started to suggest 5 costs, which it did. One thing it doesn't take into account though is any emblems or ornaments that can change active traits, so it still says that I'm on 4 Ionia instead of 5 from the emblem. So was it worth it? Well, to be honest, no. The effort to set this up far outweighed the value it provided. You're much better off doing your own research and developing strategies based on your current board state than rely on a chatbot to do it for you. With that said, I think AI will make its way into the strategy games at some point in the near future, in some shape or form, and I think it will be difficult for developers to prevent people abusing it to get advantages, but time will tell. If you found this kind of content interesting, then hit the like button below, and if you want to see more content like this, then consider subscribing, and I'll hopefully see you in the next video.